Okay, we're here again, and we just met a new guy, well, another guy.
Elcock in the house.
It was one of my opponents, but we didn't fight.
Yeah,
so
man.
We got paid for free. We got paid for doing nothing.
That's the Lennox Lewis do,
Lennox
man.
Lewis, man.
Madness.
But Wayne Elcock, the
In
middleweight
the
WBU,
Yeah.
WBU champion.
Yeah.
And he beat Anthony Farnell for that one.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Tell us about your boxing life. Tell us all. Tell
Yeah, man, obviously I've come out from there, and obviously I was still early. It was still early days for me then, to be fair. Some of my first defeat, which I ended up, obviously avenging down the line.
Yeah.
Coming back and then obviously winning the English title, the British, and beating, Howard Eastman, obviously.
I took your belt English title, but I won a middleweight.
You did, mate, yeah. Well, I give it up to go and fight Eastman, so it was all right, mate, it was all right. No, I didn't mind passing it back down.
All right,
Bless. No.
Yeah, so tell about yourself.
Yeah, after the sport, for me, it was like the sport wasn't just going to leave me. The sport wasn't just going to leave me, in the gutter. I put my life into it.
Yes.
So I stayed in it, went into the amateur coaching. Yeah. I've got a pro now, unbeaten pros. I've got amateurs as well. I'm managing and training fighters. I'm still in the game, man. I'm trying to give it back, and I want them to come out of it and obviously I've got the shop, I've got the gym. Yeah, you know what? I'm here really to prove that you don't have to make the silly money to still make it make something of your life after.
And be smart. And
100%, and that's what I'm preaching to my pros now.
That's good.
Put some money to the side. Yeah. Listen, the guys I've got. I don't take no money off them guys. I want them to succeed. I want them to do well.
See what it is when we speak to a lot of pros, they're always talking about, they always do the career and they come out with nothing, but there's nobody out there to advise them.
See, that was the difference for me. I had Paddy Lynch, he obviously had Rob McCracken, he had 10 British champions, he had a lot of us in there, and Paddy wasn't in it for the money, he was in it for me, and he taught me, and it's what I'm trying to pass back now, someone has to do it at some point, and he looked after me. I did come back, to be fair, after the razzmatazz. You think the money's never going to run out, and you think I came to Paddy and I was like, I'm skint, and I've got to start again. And he said, look, you've got a second half here. You can really, you got to be smart. You got to save your money, and I want you to come out this sport. It's a very tough sport. Hopefully, to not have to go and work for someone, to do what you want to do. Now, this is all my aim is now for my boys coming through. That at the end of their career. Now, they might not want to do like me. I want to stay in the sport, open the boxing shop, get a boxing gym. Let's stay in it, man. You might not want to do that, but you might have enough money in the bank to say, you know what, I'll go and work at Land Rover, for instance, but I've got that much dough in the bank, I can change my car, I can have 5 holidays, I've got my house bought and paid for. That's all I want, man, just so they've got that security in life. 100%, and they're going to look at boxing in a good light. I'm not bitter towards the sport, because I'm making a living out of the sport still now. I still feel like I'm lively in it.
Yeah, well, it's the same with both of us as well.
Yeah, man,
We speak to a lot of boxers, talk about the mental health and that. Did you go for a lot of mental health when you finished boxing?
No, because you know what, I finished in 2009. I lost the match. I tried to come back there. Unfortunately, become ill before the British and Commonwealth title fight with Barker. And then I was offered a gig from the council, if you like, to work with naughty boys. I was from that area, a bit of a role model. And that's how it started for me. As I said, I've never coached in my life.
It's funny, because a lot of us who box, we always go and try and help the young kids out there. Myself, I'm a therapeutic practitioner. I work in a children's home. So look out there, anyway, guys. I'm here. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, we watching.
We was one of them. We was one of them guys, and who's going to inspire these kids coming through? Someone say, "Hang on, I know what it's like coming up round here." You can't tell me you don't know what it's like. It's up to you what you make of your life. You either go to the gym, you go and rob this, you go and do this, or you make something of your life. So they could read up on my story. They knew that I was one of the lads, and I made good from boxing, and that's what it's trying to inspire their kids coming through. 100%. That's what it's all about for me these days.
The thing is with boxing, some people become champions, some people don't become champions, but one thing that definitely happens, we all go through the same journey, the same experience, learning self-discipline, learning about life, learning how to treat people. I always say that society would learn more from what happens in the boxing gym than the House of Commons, you know what I mean, and politicians.
This is the kid that left school with no qualifications. I've built 3 businesses, 3 successful businesses through boxing. I know what it's like to become number 1. When I'm doing what I'm doing now, I'm not going to say every kid I train is going to be a champion, but you know what, I'm trying to make him a champion in life, because the values that they take, the self-esteem, the self-respect, the confidence, everything that boxing brings, that's what I'm trying to give them.
It gives them belonging, doesn't it?
100%, yeah. It's a different thing, man. You know when you swap loads in the ring, just the respect you've got in boxing, it's unreal. You take that into life, you become a different person. You know yourself, and I've had so many people come to the gym and tell me we've changed kids around.
They listen to you as well, you know what I mean? Kids look at him and think, yeah, I want to be like him, so they do listen to him. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's more easier to change a kid's life than a normal person coming to try to change a kid's life because you've done it.
You know what, like, still as a role model, I train every day of the week still today, you know what I mean? At this stage, it's still the same way as it was, man.
You know that is just mental health, because I've got that mental health as well.
I need it.
We spar sometimes, don't we?
Yeah, where did my issues come from when I left boxing as a kid?
Yeah.
That's where the Mad Dog come from. Me going off the rails, me not having boxing as a salvation, and then I came back. Obviously, unfortunately for me, my dad died in a car accident, and that's what made me come back. I had to finish the journey for my dad. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but now I just want to give back now and try and inspire others. Really,
that's good, man. Bless you, man. Bless
It's about. Some people go into things in life and it's tick, 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 but sometimes you have to remember what it's done for you. And
you know what the mad thing is? We've had 8 national champions out in my amateur gym.
Yeah.
So we've got an unbeaten pride at the minute.
Wow.
And I said to any of them, you know what? The first national champion I got, the first England international I got more of a buzz out of that than any of my titles. How mad is that? It's a we thing. It's not a me thing. You know, I think that's the difference, man.
Yeah.
You know,
what you've done, you've trained him, and you can see your product coming out and winning. And that's what you put
you know. It's like this for me. Like when I got in that ring, seriously, in my mind, there's no way I'm losing.
Yeah.
I'm winning anyway. You know, I mean, that confidence is there. But when you're doing it for someone else, that's a different thing. I want them to win, but we don't know if they're going to have that same mentality, man. So when they do it, and you're part of that process, oh man, it's nice, man. I mean, I'm a good place in life because of it, you know. And
I guess when you're boxing, you're in there and you're going through it. Sometimes you wish you was like a fan watching it. Do you understand? And then when you get someone in there and you're training them.
You know what? It's mad because I was like one of the fans. So for me, like I used to do a money back guarantee on my tickets. Serious. I sold a lot doing it, but listen, I've done a money back because I would be more disappointed if you come and watch me and you were disappointed. I would rather give you your money back. So I was all about the people coming to support me. Yeah, the entertainment value. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. I knew how tough the sport was. I appreciate everyone who comes to support me. Them guys, a lot of them guys are now coming to support my guys. You know, and yeah, man, it's all giving back. It's good life, man.
Sorry, it's animated.
Yeah, man, it's all right.
Listen, while we got you here, what did you think of the fights last night?
Oh man, bro, you know, AJ last night was
really good.
Yeah, he looked good in the last fight, but yesterday. But I'll be honest with you, he didn't shock me. People come and tell me, this is an Olympic gold medalist. You know, he's not coming up white collar. He's got the skills. Listen, he went a little bit into his shell after Ruiz. But you know, listen. When I got knocked out for the first time, I think the first couple of fights after that, every time anything come near me, it was a big old boy. You know, you're thinking. But you think of the stages on. I was doing it at York Hall at 12 o'clock at night. Cameras are away. You think of the pressure he's under.
That's it.
But he's carried that burden. But it's nice now that burden seems to have gone.
That's it.
And he seems to be, you know, back the old AJ that your early doors.
I think
he's got that confidence back. Oh man,
better
because he's got experience.
Yeah.
You know, me and you would love to come back now. At this age, we just ain't got the reflexes anymore. Yeah, you know it is.
You can't knock what. Some people in your boxing snobbery are like Ben's pushed in, da.
Yeah.
No, I hear it, but you can't knock what Ben's doing with AJ right now. Whatever he's doing,
mate, it's working. He's got that flow.
Yes.
And that's where he lost. He went wooden for me. He went wooden for me. Yeah.
2 hands up.
He went wooden, man.
He took a lot of muscle off as well.
Yes, he lost
He looks
weight.
more athletic. He looked better.
Very good.
And obviously Parker.
Yeah, Parker.
Oh man, just keeps getting better, and it just shows, you know, at the end of the day. And I say to a lot of fighters, a loss doesn't define you. I got knocked out, I got my losses. I come back and I won. You got to learn from them losses. That's for anyone. That's for any amateur boxer, any professional boxer. It's how you come back from them losses. It's how you learn from them.
100%.
There was too much put on this unbeaten thing. It's unbeaten. Look at some of the greatest fighters that ever lived. They had losses on the cards, and it's how they come back from them. So you know, it's good to see. Yeah, mindset, man, 100%.
You know one thing, I'm a nutritionist, so I help boxers make weight properly without being bags and everything. And that's what I do every day in my life: nutrition, strength and conditioning. But I'm a boxer at heart, like. So what we're seeing in the sport right now is more of an attitude of I lost the fight when I train harder, and I'm like, wait a minute, like that's not the attitude. You lost the fight. Sugar and Leonard lost against Duran. If he'd have had the attitude of just go and train harder, he'd have lost the second fight. You need to be able to sit down, watch the tape, figure it out, and put it right.
Well, that's what I'm going to say there. I never lost to anyone, amateur or professional, twice, ever. I always put it right. I always found the game plan. Knocked out by Murphy in the first round, come back, decked him 3 times, stopped him in the 5th, and he never boxed again. So for me, that was, you know, retribution, so to speak. And I do it with my amateurs, and I say, you got to fight that geezer again. It might be the next fight, it might be the fight after that, but we're going to fight him again, and I'm going to tell you how to beat him. And it's having that IQ in there and realising where you went wrong, what you did wrong, and being able to put it right. That's what I love about boxing. Not saying I want you to lose or I want my fighters to lose, but sometimes there's so much you gain from it, man. There's so much you gain from it.
Because we, as fighters, we see it different to the crowd anyway. They're just seeing... Well, I don't even want to see it. They just want aggression, but wait, it's the technical stuff.
Technical stuff.
You know what I mean?
You can make it easy, you know, fighters get greedy, and I say it to a lot of my fighters. When I used to find a pattern, and I think this is one of my biggest things for getting even like beating Eastman, and that, I found a pattern and I stayed with it. The trouble is with some fighters, they get greedy, so they find a pattern, it works, and then they go, I'll just take a few more bites, bang, and then that shot comes back, they get rattled, rocked, and the pattern's gone. If you got something that's working, my advice is stick to it. Just something simple, double jab, backhand, boom. It's working. I'm going to stick with it.
Discipline, right?
I'm going to keep breaking him down. And eventually I broke his heart, I broke his soul, and hopefully I can get him out of there. But just, you know, simple things like that, and I think that's sometimes where fighters go wrong, where they'll let someone back into it, shouldn't be back in it. 100%. Yeah, you're smashing him, and all of a sudden you get a little bit cocky with it.
Self-discipline and focus, right?
100%. You've got to stick with the game and try not to show them emotions when you're in there as well. I used to love it when a fighter would show me, he'd tap his gloves, he'd bang his chin or whatever it may be.
Yeah, you know it's going right.
So now I'm getting to the man's back. So I always say to my fighters, try and lose them emotions. Never show your opponent anything. Stay focused. You know what your job, what you got to do, and you just stick with it.
I think that's what AJ showed in the last 2 fights as well. He didn't go, you know, like when the Ruiz fight, he caught him and then he thought, I'm going to go finish him, and he got caught, didn't he? Showed discipline. Even last night.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do, man. And it's good to see that. He's got that discipline.
Definitely.
So come on, I've got one for you guys then. AJ and Fury.
Right, listen to me.
You know what? I've got something to say about this.
I'm going to add you on to it later.
Yeah.
From day one when I finished boxing, I talked about AJ. I said, AJ, all right, okay, the old AJ, right? For me, I said he would beat Fury because he's got a good boxing ability. Now he will beat Fury.
I'm not disagreeing because, like what Fury said last night, styles make fights, and I think AJ style, the height and everything. Just made for him.
He's strong.
Here's some. I was saying to him on the way down in the car. Ben Davison comes into sport for Fury. So now he's a deal opposing.
Well, you know what the game. When he'll know his game plan. He'll know what Fury does bad, what he does good.
Will he do it though?
It's not a good man.
Will he do it?
Will he be in the corner with AJ if he fights Fury?
If I'm Fury looking at that, I'm like, I brought you into the game.
It depends who let who go. At the end of the day, it's not personal, it's business. It depends who let.
Fury get through Usyk first. Can't talk about that, AJ. What about Usyk?
You know what? I think a lot of people, when I've spoke to about this fight, I think that the Fury and Wilder fights, they're fights you don't want. As a fan we do, but not as a boxer. And I think it's aged both of them. I really do. Only time will tell. But I really believe them fights have aged both. And Wilder weren't the same. I don't think Fury's the same. Yeah, they're big boys. You don't want them. You've had them 3 times. Man, you don't want them. One of them's enough.
They say 4 wars in a career, right?
People keep missing the fact that they've had these fights. And they're probably not 10 bells out of each other. And probably not the careers out of each other. But, I'll be honest with you, I feel right now. And I feel that Usyk now, he's, like Holyfield and people like that when they first went into the heavyweights. They weren't really, now they were sharp, but they weren't really a force because they weren't really heavyweights. Like Usyk weren't really an heavyweight when he first came into it. But now he has, and he's been given time. So now he's got that time to grow. He's a heavyweight now. And I think that'll play a big part. And his footwork, his IQ, the way he reads the fights. I think Usyk is one hell of a fighter. I want my heart wants Fury to win because I want this big all-British showdown. But I'll be honest, I think Usyk.
Can you imagine if Fury wins all the belts and then fights AJ and AJ beats him?
Right. Again, styles make voices big, you know. I would love that to happen because it stays with a British fighter. It's a massive fight for us over here, you know. I think that's the fight I want to see Fury and Joshua. Well, but if AJ beats Fury, where's he going to go? He ain't going to beat Usyk. He's got the blueprints. I can't see him beating Usyk unless he changes his game plan big time. He has to use that size. But as I say, Usyk is no longer that small cruiserweight.
What mistake he did, he boxed Usyk. Why are you boxing Usyk?
You got to take it to him. You got to take it to him.
That's why he didn't do it. Child boxing.
I think Dubois obviously the result didn't go his way, but he showed.
Yeah.
You know, he could be fragile and he could be hurt, but you got to put it on him, and that's what. Yeah, this is what I wanted to see AJ do anyway. Just stand there and box him, take him out, use that size, use that speed, do exactly what I think a fresh Fury would have done to him. If he met him, lean on him, take the stuff out of the legs, work him. You know, that's what I'll be looking for, and I think a fresh Fury would beat him. But
I think it's all changed around as well. So a couple of years back, I said Fury beats them all. I think AJ, something was wrong with him, gun shy, whatever. But now I'm looking at it, it's all the dynamics of the
it's
game.
crazy. It's crazy. You got Parker in there. You know the obviously setbacks Joyce had. Zhang gets beaten out. It's a real mix-up.
Yeah.
There's no real clarity in the heavyweight division at this moment. No one can sit there and say this is my top five. This is my top. You know, it's madness. But you know what? It's good. It's exciting for the sport.
I remember when people were saying Wilder will beat AJ, Wilder will do this. Now Parker's just destroyed.
I never ever believed that Wilder would beat AJ.
No.
Because I just thought with his style, where he was windmilling it from, and where AJ's nice and tight, and he's Olympic gold medalist. You don't do that for nothing, you know. And I just thought he would have played with Wilder. To be fair, I don't think Wilder will. And if it happens again now, I don't think it's going to be a challenge at all for him. You know, I really don't. I think AJ's just too much.
I think AJ fights Wilder before the Undisputed because he's got to fight again.
It wouldn't hurt, would it? Let's get another fight out of the way. Let's tick that one off the box. But watch how easy. 100%.
Parker's got to fight Zhang again. Yeah. Right. Joseph Parker. No one.
So he's just sitting on the sidelines. There's nothing really happening for him.
I'm not giving Wilder because I don't see Parker. Parker's got to fight Zhang, right?
Yeah.
So then AJ's to stay. Fury's got to go and then go fight Usyk. So he's
left out in the wilderness, and there's not really anyone else who's there really.
It's the big fight for Wilder, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I could see it happening.
And it ticks the box off. It's something that people wanted to see beforehand, and that. Not so much now, but I really do believe AJ wins this one, and he wins it comfortable. He just, and the confidence he's going to get through in that. Really, you wouldn't want him to fight Wilder if you're Fury or Usyk. You'd be like, nah, mate, take a little bit of a break. I wouldn't really want to be crossing that Wilder box off now because my man's getting more and more confident every time. So that result the result before, gets Wilder, smashes him. He's getting that. You know yourself, a confident fighter is a dangerous fighter.
I don't think Wilder take it. If he's got any brains, he won't take that fight, right? You're just making.
Trouble is, the Saudi guys are coming in there and they're putting big bucks on there. Now we all know this. We've all had fights where the money just takes over. You can't help it, man. It'll be too much money on the table.
Yeah. We want our boy Echo Esteman to get a fight on Saudi in a 5v5.
Go top man. Top man Echo is, he's been in my shop and that, he's a really nice guy, man.
He was on our podcast this week.
We're going to come on to your shop and do a proper podcast and set up.
Yeah, this is an interview, but we could talk to you all day. Let's do a proper podcast.
Yeah, man. Yeah, come up, man, all day long. Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, man.
Listen, last question before I go. I want your opinion on this. We'll leave it with this. Wilder vs Ngannou, who wins that one? Because they've both got about the same boxing experience, in my opinion. They both hit hard, but technically IQ level.
It's a bit of a mad one, really, because it could be just down to who lands the first shot.
Yeah.
That is a mad one, really, when you think about it.
That's what I'm saying.
But it could literally be, because Wilder, sometimes I watch him and I just think, wow, so light. And he boxed for the USA boxing team. The geezer's he should have a good amateur. Yeah. Sometimes I watch him and I just think, wow, the stuff he's doing, you're novices for doing. Yeah. And he's doing it, but he gets away with it because he's got the power.
Long arms as well.
Do you know what I mean? He's got that power, but you're right, that'd be an interesting one.
I can see that.
It's mad, really, because you're right enough and go, but the power he possesses.
That's it.
Two big bangers. It'd be nice to watch while it lasted, man.
You want to answer the question, though? Which one?
Come on, man.
I'm going to have to go for Wilder because obviously your man's got a boxing, because he's a boxing background. I feel that someone coming over from MMA, I'm thinking like if you go back to it, if I'm going to be fighting your man now, I'm going to keep it like exactly how I would have liked AJ to do, like he did.
Can he do that though?
Keep him long. I think he can. He boxed for the he's boxed amateur. He's boxed for the, he's boxed for his country as an amateur.
Yeah.
So we know the stuff. He can. He might not like it.
Yeah.
But that is the only way he's going to win a fight like that.
Let's find out if that fight happens in the future.
Yeah, man, it'll be interesting.
Guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the 13th Fighting Man podcast.
Cheers for having me on,
We're going
guys.
to do a podcast with Wayne real soon. Peace out.
Mad Dog.
Top man. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.